We're live.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello, everybody. There's probably not going to be anybody watching. Maybe we'll get one or two people that get a notification. But that's not the point today. We're not looking for massive viewing parties.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be one of our quickest videos ever. So we got shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to update you and talk about some things that are going on in this world.
Yeah, some important things.
And anyways, welcome to the Freaky
Nanner
Nanner Show. Yeah. Of course, we got a non-paid sponsor. The 3 chords amplify, made here in Michigan, I believe, or maybe it's perfectly tuned in Michigan. It's distilled in Kentucky and Indiana, and distilled in Michigan. So they make the whiskey, they send them the batches, and they do the distilling and bottle it. Here, I'll take a little taste, just to make sure we know things are real.
It's the right thing to do.
95 proof. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
When
this.
it's called rye, then you know it's good.
Snarf. But first thing we wanted to talk about today is that something very crazy happened, and someone else left us. They left us unsuspecting, but a lot of you probably thought that this person had died 20, 30 years ago, but they didn't.
Oh, so they were feeding off of the blood of the young.
Yes. And they were absorbing all the souls and everything. And it's just, she was a downright evil person from what I recollect.
We're talking about Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury died at the ripe old age of 96 years old.
Not a lot of people know this, but that she's who the Sanderson sisters were based off of in that Hocus Pocus movie by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't, they couldn't, being that Angela Lansbury worked with Disney to make bed knobs and broomsticks and all that shit, they couldn't use her as a real basis of her own person, but she actually did that shit. She sucked the souls out of lots of children, a lot of Disney children.
Yeah. And do you think it's funny that around the exact same time she died, they come out with Hocus Pocus 2?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's a coincidence?
No.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
You can rest easy now, putting your kids to bed, knowing that the only thing you have to protect them from now is Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm. Joe Biden's getting up there, but if he's going by Angela Lansbury scale, he's got 16-ish years left.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta watch it.
You gotta be careful.
Keep your doors locked.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have 2 doors, that confuses a Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
He can only go through one and be like, why is there another door? So that always helps.
I got a drippy nose.
Yeah.
My nose is drippy. It drips even more when I talk about Angela Lansbury. Angela Lansbury always makes my nose drip.
When I talk about her, I have to take a large dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons can be brown, yellow, or green. Sometimes red, a little blackish.
And then somebody that was not really that big of a deal died too, Queen Elizabeth or whatever.
Yeah.
She wasn't really nothing anyway.
Yeah, the queen, that old bitch.
She's probably not even really the real queen.
Yeah.
She probably was some confused old lady that they got from a home because they weren't ready when the real queen died. They were like, we got to find someone else. We need to find a doppelganger.
Yeah, they forced, even though they don't have any guns in Britain, they forced all these people to line up behind her car as they carried the casket in an expensive, specially made car. And all these poor people had to pretend like they knew what the fuck was going on or cared. They would just walk in. It's not an epic thing like when the leader of North Korea dies or something where all the people cry, and if they're not crying, they get shot. It's not that epic. But they still force them to do it. Otherwise, they rape their whole families in Britain.
We will deflower your bride.
They create new queens.
If you do not march behind us, we will deflower your bride before you are to lay with her.
Yeah, they send out Prince Andrew to rape all the 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on the thing, but my doppelganger is Prince William. We were born at the exact same time.
And you can definitely tell the uncanny resemblance. The uncanny resemblance.
Yes. Oh, look, we have a viewer.
Hi.
It's probably, maybe it's Dave. No, we didn't notify anybody. This is on off the cuff, so to speak. We're just trying to get a quick video out. I couldn't find my charger, so until the computer dies, we'll have like a minute to do whatever we want.
All I know is I just really love Dave. Oh, whoever it was is gone now.
Yeah.
Sometimes Dave just likes to peek on life and then blink on out. Just checking. Yeah. Just look at this right here. Just look at this. Just look at that.
Another person died too, the Scottish actor that played Hagrid.
Hagrid? Yeah. He was old. He was like, he wasn't old. He wasn't Angela Lansbury old, but he wasn't really a wizard. Like, she was a witch, and I know he played like some giant wizard guy. He really wasn't one. He was just an actor. So he didn't have
actor.
Yeah, so he didn't really have souls to keep him young or alive.
Yeah. He probably lived through the potato famine in Ireland, even though he's Scottish. Or maybe he was best friends with Braveheart.
William Wallace.
William Wallace. And then someone else died too. I'm trying to think who that was. Been a lot of deaths. Oh, but we do have good news.
Huh?
I mean, we haven't talked about it together, but it's been confirmed that Hugh Jackman is back.
Yeah.
As Wolverine.
Yep. Snickety, snickety, snickety.
Snickety, snickety.
Oh, this is one thing I want to talk about that I think is funny, okay? So back before, like, this was like back when Deadpool 2 just came out. They were already talking about, like, what's going to happen after this? Because Disney, you know, blah, 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 is going to have control over the next Deadpool. Well, they were talking about, like, who they were going to bring back and what they were going to do and everything. And basically, way back then, TJ Miller had already said he didn't want to be in another one.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do another Deadpool movie. On top of that, Disney didn't want to bring TJ Miller back. So it seemed to be pretty mutual. And the reason why TJ Miller didn't want to come back was because he said that he didn't think that it made sense. He didn't think it was fun. He didn't think there was much more to offer.
Yeah, he doesn't like to do things over and over, just like he was in Silicon Valley and just quit the show.
Yeah, so I thought that was the end of it. Well, now everybody's like, oh, Ryan Reynolds treated TJ Miller bad. He said that Ryan Reynolds hates him and treated him bad on set. And so it made this big deal, and everybody thinks that like TJ Miller doesn't want to, isn't coming back because it's his choice and because he was treated bad by Ryan Reynolds. But he had already said he didn't want to come back, and Disney didn't want to bring him back.
And it wasn't treated bad by Ryan Reynolds.
No.
It was just a weird thing that happened between them where Ryan Reynolds went off the cuff in between scenes and called him some names, and he was in character doing it.
Yeah, and I guess now, as far as I heard, it's been reconciled, I guess, and it's fine now. But it's just
Ryan Reynolds emailed him, and they hashed it out. So
but I just feel like it's stupid because like before any of that, it was already decided that he wasn't coming back. So I feel like it was pointless. I don't understand the whole point of the whole thing being brought up to begin with. He should have just said what he said before.
Yes.
And if he thought that Ryan Reynolds treated him bad, he should have just emailed him and been like, hey, are we still good? I don't know. I thought it was stupid.
But, I mean, he got asked the question. He just said that he thought Ryan Reynolds didn't like him, so he didn't really really care either way.
Yeah.
But he didn't say anything bad about Ryan Reynolds. He just said that
No.
he was funny and hard worker, and he did an amazing job with Deadpool, blah, blah, blah. So it's no big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be good with Hugh Jackman, and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm kind of hoping that they just don't bring up Veronica. Like they kind of at the end of the second one, they kind of implied he went back in time and saved her, and so he should be back with her again. But I just feel like that part of the story should
it's already been. They've dealt with that for 2 movies. They could just move on.
Yeah,
I don't care.
like hopefully, if anything, he just mentions that he's still with her and she's like gone somewhere. Like I don't know.
This one, he should be in love with Wolverine. So
yeah. Hopefully that whole Vanessa thing is just over. Yeah. Was her name not Vanessa or Veronica? I think it was Vanessa.
Maybe.
But yeah.
I'm not good with names.
Anyway, I hope that that's over with and it just is a whole new story. And
they got they did all the reveals for all the Phase 4 Marvel shit too, so or whatever. But all these movies, it's stupid that they could have waited and gotten more hype built up and kind of hinted at things instead of just coming out and saying that. Considering you got till 2024, I think it's like maybe April when it's coming out. 2024, March, April, somewhere around there. So it's a long ways down the road.
Yeah.
And but they released like the Phase 4 stuff for all the Marvel, and they got the 2 Avengers movie, Captain America. They're redoing Fantastic Four again.
I'm not even interested
Spider-Man
in that.
4.
I'm done with Spider-Man. I'm done with Fantastic Four. I didn't like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I thought that was dumb.
Yeah, it was all right.
I don't want to see anything else.
I knew Thor was okay, but it doesn't really have anything to do with.
I haven't seen that yet.
It doesn't have much to do with the Marvel universe.
I almost wish that they had just ended all of that at Endgame, and that they would just start new stuff with new characters after that and left it alone. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of tired of all those characters.
They're getting too cheesy with everything.
Yeah, I'm tired of all those. I want new characters, new stories. And, if one of them shows up in there like briefly, that makes sense, because they're still in the universe.
I do like the idea of the Avengers because it's going to do the Kang Dynasty, which was from the Loki show.
Yeah.
So that might be cool if they don't screw it up like they did Endgame. Endgame was stupid. None of Endgame made any sense. I think we talked about this before on it. That it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought like
with Thanos, all these people are much stronger at this point.
Yeah.
Thanos comes and he's like 5 times stronger than he was before with no glove. He's just fucking people up.
Yeah.
That don't
he
make
should have been stopped right away.
Yeah. With Captain Marvel should have been able to beat him.
Yeah, I think the whole Captain Marvel thing was a waste. Like, they made a whole movie about her, building her up.
And they barely show her.
Yeah. They'll probably come out with a Captain Marvel movie that shows what happened between the second one and Endgame, what she was doing or whatever.
Now you got 2 Hulks, She-Hulk and Hulk. You just send the 2 Hulks into any situation, they just kill everybody.
Yeah, where was she?
Well, she wasn't there. Yeah, she just got created. Cheesy story. They try to do the Deadpool thing with her because the comics are goofy like that, where she breaks the 4th wall and talks to people.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. That's pretty much.
The first episode or so was kind of funny, but yeah, they lost me after.
I haven't really watched much new Marvel stuff on Disney because
it's all Disney.
It's just stupid. It's just getting dumber and dumber.
Just like all the Star Wars stuff. It's getting terrible too.
I have Disney Plus for Scarlet to watch, but I don't even remember the last time I went on Disney Plus.
Yeah, they're really. I mean, you can watch all the Marvel movies and all the Star Wars
Yeah,
movies.
the old
and
stuff.
So that's cool about it.
Yeah.
It's got some stuff on it. There's other things that are okay on there, but yeah, all their new shows. It just gets more watered down. What they're doing with everything is they're
Mhm.
taking
What's that, Kitty?
every single character.
Yeah,
Oh.
I agree. Yeah,
Oh.
Kitty brought up a good point.
Yeah. But they're taking every movie, every plot, remaking them, and instead they're either placing a woman in there or an actress of color. And it's usually both.
Yeah. Let's make it instead of a boy, a girl. And then instead of it being black and white, let's make it black.
Or Latino.
Yeah.
Or queer.
Which
Some kinda-
is not a big deal, except for it's not anything
Yeah.
new. It's not, to me, I'm like, okay, well, it's funny that you're like, well, none of this should be race, but then you're doing, we'll change their color and that'll make it way different.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make any sense? Like, it don't make anything different to me. Like, it's still the same movie, just with a different person, in my opinion. Like, change the story or change something about it.
I mean, they do it with everything. They'd already done it with Catwoman, with Halle Berry, a long time ago. Then
Yeah.
they did it with the new Batman. And they got, what's her name in it? It's Catwoman.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that movie yet.
No.
I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah, it's up for debate. You're either going to hate it and be bored to death, or you're going to like it. I liked it, but I did think it was boring. But I like it because it's got a real story to it. And There's layers to it. And it's not that exciting. Not a whole lot happens, really, for the most part. It's kind of, but I like the villain in it, which is the Riddler. Spoiler alert! But he's different than the Riddler you would expect. And they actually took time to make the story. That's why I liked it. Like, you can tell that if you were to make another Batman with the same people, you could actually make a really good Batman out of it. That would be interesting. I don't like Robert Pattinson in it because he just. I think we've talked about this. I think we talked about Robert Pattinson before. Would you stop getting people that have the most recognizable face in the world? That when they wear the mask, you still can see who they are.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to pick someone with Down syndrome to play superhero, because all Down syndrome people look the same. Like, I know it's somebody with Down syndrome, but who? Who is it?
And they just open a big building with all Down syndrome people, so it could be any of them. And you give all these Down syndrome people jobs.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Do you think grandkickers? I am the night.
Do the pain thing all over again.
You think darkness is their ally? I am the dog.
Oh, God damn it, you guys. If it's a social drinking or the Batman.
Oh, so that reminded me of someone we know that used to be our boss. You know who?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he talked like this. Well, Dan told me, our other coworker, that Dan told him that Scott that he was going to his mom's house and there's apples that grow on his mom's property, and asked Scott if he wanted some. Well, Scott has a pig, and Scott said, "Oh, no, it would be nice for Kevin," because his pig's name is Kevin Bacon. Well, not only did he request apples for Kevin, his pig, but he requested that none of the apples had soft spots on them, because Kevin doesn't like soft spots.
My pig doesn't like the.
Oh, you gotta make sure there's no bruises or soft spots. He's a pig. He's a pig. Like the pig's gonna be.
Kevin Bacon, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon's
Kevin
man.
Bacon.
He hated when he got down.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, my nose won't stop running.
This new papa almost never has runny nose unless it's just cold.
I know. It's not fair. I haven't been sick in a long time. I think I might be getting sick.
Around new kids, that's the thing.
Maybe.
Especially they're touching you and shit.
Either that or I've just been around too much bullshit. And I am allergic to bullshit.
Yeah, me too. A lot of bullshit going around.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to, where were we going after that? We were talking about stupid movies. I had a point I was heading to, and I forgetted it. I forget.
Oh, recognizable faces?
Well, yeah, we were talking about that. But that's just stupid. They just need to, they need to stop. Slow down. Hit the brakes on all these movies a little bit. And just with the Batman thing, good story. You can make it good. Just slow it down and make a movie. Make a movie first.
They announced that they got Jamie Foxx being Al
Spawn.
Simmons. I don't know how I feel about that. It could be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
I hope so.
Jamie Foxx can do anything.
Yeah, I just don't like him as Electro. I think he's a shitty
Yeah.
Electro.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was all right the first time, but the new Spider-Man movie, he was off. Like, that was the worst acting even for him.
I don't think he just. I think he just didn't care.
Yeah. He's just like, I'm getting paid for this. I'll just talk.
Yeah, he just acted like nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a little bit of TP in my beard. Oh,
I'll look that up.
oh, that reminds me when you said that. A friend of ours with one eye, he always likes to indulge me on his sexual capades. And he told me one time he was eating this girl out, and she had some TP on her vagine, and he didn't want her to be embarrassed that it was there. So instead of telling her, he just licked it up and ate it off her vagina. It was stuck in there when he was going downtown, so instead he was just like,
That is a wild man.
yeah, that's devotion right there.
Mm.
He didn't want her to be embarrassed that it was down there, so he just ate it so she wouldn't know.
At least just go.
Yeah, or just kind of do a
Flick
little
it.
fingery thing and then just, like while you're down
Like
there,
I do if there's
do
a
a
little
little-
bug
yeah,
somewhere, I just flick
just
it.
do a little fingery thing. You do that sometimes when you're down there. So she's not gonna think nothing. Just and just get that out there.
I fake chow to DJ's mom.
Yeah.
Oh no, nobody's allowed to call us ever.
Yeah.
Yes, so I think I'm 90% set with Halloween this year. Thinking of getting a Chucky doll, a full size one.
Everything I own this year so far is stuff I've already owned. I haven't bought any new Halloween stuff. I'm really behind. I haven't even made a costume yet.
I found a cheap leather face mask with the makeup one.
Oh, that's
comes
cool.
with the wig.
That's cool.
Only $35, and pretty good for a cheap mask.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'm gonna get the Chucky doll, and I'll carry that. And then we got an Annabelle.
Lauren's having if you're interested, I'm sure she would probably want you to come if you wanted to. But Lauren's having a Halloween party on the 28th, and me and Katie are gonna go. And we don't really know what we're gonna be, but I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm kind of lazy this year and I don't really feel like doing much, is I already have my Jason mask. I've got a couple of them, dress up like Jason, and then just get her a blue sweater and dress her up like my mom.
Oh yeah.
Have her be my mom. And then I could just be Jason Voorhees and she could be Pamela Voorhees. And maybe put blood around her neck or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm kind of feeling lazy this year.
Yeah. It would work.
Yeah.
You want to be practical sometimes when you're out at a party anyways.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to go there because the 29th in the morning is when I'll be in Ann Arbor for the big game.
What the hell?
For the big game. Big game. Big game.
Lame.
Big game.
Papa doesn't really like sports, so
You don't like the foosball. Thinks foosball is a devil.
Pop gets bored of watching sports.
I never get bored. I watch.
There's Pop who doesn't like sports, then there's new Papa
New
who
Papa
likes
loves
sports.
Old Papa liked boxing, butterbean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like all. I don't like all sports. I like boxing. I like mixed martial arts. I like football. I can occasionally enjoy a baseball game if I'm interested in what's going on. Because I like a baseball team. I enjoy basketball, and I like seeing people get hurt in other sports. Like figure skating's fun to watch, just because a lot of the people suck these days, so they fall on their ass, and I like to see them get hurt. Or motocross is fun because they do that, or the downhill skiing, and the people crash doing the downhill skiing and stuff. I always vote for people to die. But no one hardly ever dies. But it is fun. You get, especially now that they got skateboarding in there, they start doing events Olympically with skateboarding, and people get hurt on that pretty bad.
I saw years ago this dude skateboarding, and he fell on his face. And when he fell on his face, you could see his teeth that knocked out slide across the ground. Like, because he fell and his face hit the ground and his teeth just kept going, like his two front teeth. They were just like, and just kept sliding.
That would be awesome.
I'll never forget it.
That would be awesome to witness.
Oh, look at this boy.
Oh, yeah. That's
a
professor. Freshly shaved professor. Crudely shaved.
I had to shave him because he kept getting dreadlocks. Kept getting dread.
Oh, yeah. That's a little cutter. Bird cutter.
He does love.
It does still work. I had a cat running through my yard the other day. Had all the windows rolled up, and I was listening to music or something. And I saw the cat, and I yelled, even though I don't know if it can actually hear me. And I just, bad kitty. And it stops and looks at me. And then I run for a second, and I go, bad kitty. And it stops and looks at me again. And then it runs across the yard a little bit. Bad kitty. And it turns again. And then it runs off on me.
Bad kitty.
Bad kitty. You say that. Any kitty stops immediately and wonders what the fuck it's doing wrong.
Oh, that boy.
See, when I did that just now, how his ears went up.
This cat is spoiled.
Okay.
He doesn't like to be away from his daddy. He doesn't like to be away from his daddy.
Oh, yeah. And that's a good update, too. Finally, on Vimeo, we were able to watch my favorite skit on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
The Whipmaster with Bill Murray.
Yeah, he's the master of whipping. Also, that reminds me, stop messing with Bill Murray.
Leave Bill Murray alone.
Stop telling these stupid stories about how Bill Murray hurt your feelings.
Yeah, throws you in a trash can when you're 9 years old. Who cares?
That's stupid.
That's the greatest thing that ever happened in your life.
Yeah. Why were you sitting on the arm of his chair anyway?
Yeah.
There's all these other spots you could have sat, and you picked that spot to be a dick.
Yes.
That's why you picked it. Bill Murray was just trying to teach you a valuable life lesson.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. He did it because he loved you.
Yeah. So, what's his name? Seth
Green. Yeah.
Seth Green, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Take
Bill Murray's fucking name out your motherfucking mouth.
Maybe try to follow in John Stamos' footsteps.
Yeah.
Just look at the example John Stamos shows for people.
John Stamos is an example for all people.
Yeah.
Everything he does is perfect and great and thoughtful.
Yeah. I love John Stamos.
Mm-hmm.
The other day when John Stamos was hanging out with us, out of nowhere, he just brought us this baked ziti. And it was really good baked ziti.
Yeah. He had it flown in from Little Italy in New York or something.
Yeah, it was delicious. If you're watching, John, thank you for that. That was good.
We'll never get anything like that again without actually going to New York ourselves.
Yeah.
It's probably some spot that's some secret shit anyways that we don't even know about. John Stamos just has those connections.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Mario Lopez times 2.
I love John Stamos so much that one time Rebecca Romaine, after they split up, obviously, she was trying to have me get with her. And I was like, I can't do that to John.
Yeah.
And she was all on me and trying to make love to me. And I was like, I can't do this to John. John's my friend. And I turned her down. And she was upset.
Oh, yeah. And that's why you never hear anything from her. She's so upset.
Mm-hmm.
She just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. You don't do that to friends, especially John Stamos.
No. Can't do anything to John Stamos. He deserves to be gifted, not treated bad.
Yeah.
Just like Bill Murray. But that's the good thing about Bill Murray is that Bill Murray is, well, you can't say to John Stamos is, but he's John Stamos adjacent.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a spectrum of people, and John Stamos is on this side of the spectrum. Bill Murray's on this side. Great, both ways. It's like the movie Unbreakable. You got Mr. Glass on one side, and you got Bruce Willis on the other, and two opposites in a way, but they're equal.
Yeah. I couldn't have said that better. That was a good way to explain it. And I was trying to think. Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but the new Halloween Ends is coming out. Oh, it's out. I've only seen the first one that they came out with. Out of those ones that they did, where Danny McBride directed it or whatever. I only saw the first one. I haven't seen the others. Yeah,
I didn't like the last one. The beginning of it, the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes was really good, and then they kind of got away and do the things that I hate. Whereas the thing I hate the most about any show is when they just show people's faces and emotions over and over.
Yeah.
Like they just paint a face. Just a waste of time on screen. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your face. I want to see
killing.
Fucking Michael Myers ripping your throat out.
Yeah. That's what I hate about most horror movies nowadays is they focus too much on the story of the people, the victims and everything. And I don't care about that. I've never cared about that. All I need to know is why they're doing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, we're going on a trip to do this. Okay.
Watch them do that.
Then, and then I don't care about their stupid little stories they're talking about or anything like that. We just want to know why they're doing what they're doing, and then just let the guy come and kill them.
Yes.
Like, that's all.
You want to see the murders, like the old Jason movies.
Yeah.
Don't get too in depth. You have the Tommy part for a few, but for the most part.
And that's when it started to not get good, when they were like, well, let's go more in depth with Tommy.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Go more in depth with Tommy, and then they got the girl that's like psychic or some shit with them.
Yeah, those were when it started getting bad because they tried to go too much in depth with the other characters, and it's just like.
But we just want the fat guy sitting down eating a banana.
Yeah.
And then he shoved the fucking.
That was awesome. And then he's like, oh, he squeezes the banana out.
Yeah. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Or fucking Jason smashing the dude's face through the side of a mobile RV. And then the RV flips over. Jason gets out and stands up all tall, like I thought.
Just give us enough backstory so we know, like, where they're at and like why they're where they're at and stuff like that. And that's all we need. We don't need to know who their dads are. We don't need to know any of that crap. Yeah. We don't need to know.
We don't need to know that they were in the house 30 years ago with their uncle, and their uncle got killed, and then so he saw them, they got away at the last second, and then all this. No, who cares?
Yeah.
Just put a bunch of people in a room, have them run around, and then kill them.
Yeah. They're coming out with a Terrifier 2 with that Art the Clown. Could be potentially good. I liked the first one. It was more like what I said I like, where like they don't really go too much in detail about the characters. They're just there, and then they get killed.
I don't think I've seen the first Terrifier.
Well, they have a movie called Hallows Eve, I think, and that's before
where it came from.
Yeah, and that's like the first one. Then they have the second one called Terrifier. Then now they're coming out with Terrifier 2, and the other two I like. They're good, and you know. You're only going to like them if you're an actual horror movie fan. If you're trying to be one of those movie critics, then you're going to hate it.
I like that one. That was good that we watched, Creep.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the same kind of thing. Like they make a story up, but you don't actually learn anything from it. It's like all made up.
Yeah.
So you going as you go, and you get kind of tricked into finding out that this dude wants to murder people, and the way he does it, and it's pretty funny. And a nice little horror-ish, thriller-ish movie.
It's one of those movies where it makes you feel uncomfortable to watch, kind of like you're not uncomfortable, like scared uncomfortable. You're like almost embarrassed for the people in the movie, like the way they're acting. Like you're kind of like just feel weird for them.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
J.D. Pla.
The second one I liked too.
Yeah, second one was decent.
It wasn't as good as the first, but it was still good.
But you already know, it's because you already know what's going on.
Yeah.
So you don't have that mind fuck going on while you're watching the movie. Those kind of movies, like I said, anybody can make a movie. All you got to do is make a story.
Yeah.
And then do a movie around it. So you come up with a good story, a good plot line, stick to that. Don't worry about all the fat around it. It's like a fucking, like a piece of meat. You want a nice, good, tender piece of meat, and you want to be able to eat it, enjoy it, but you get that big old thick chunk of fat that they didn't carve off of there. And then you just get a weird mouth feel when you're expecting this delicious tenderloin.
I still haven't watched the new Donner show.
I watched some of it. I didn't. Everybody loves it.
Well, that's because the new kind of people that they're probably directing it to aren't us. Like they're and
they changed the story a little bit. Like it's similar, but it's not the same.
I cannot believe how many people I've seen talk about it on Facebook that act like they've never heard of Jeffrey Dahmer before or never heard of what they did.
Well, that's why I think it's making it famous. Like people are giving sympathy to Jeffrey Dahmer as if he needs sympathy for what he did.
He's dead.
Yeah.
And he didn't care that he did any of that.
He got murdered. He got beat in the face with a fucking with a weight.
And even if he was still alive and you sympathized for him, he wouldn't care because he was a psychopath.
He didn't care about people.
He didn't care. He didn't care what people thought about him.
All he wanted was to not be abandoned.
Yeah.
That was his whole thing.
He wanted to be able to do gay stuff with guys without them leaving him.
Yeah.
And
so he would do things with the corpses and keep them as long as he could until he had to get rid of the bodies. And then he would either put the bodies in acid or try weird things on them, take the skulls, clean the skulls off, put them in the freezer. He would eat some of them and think that he could have them with him if he ate them, or he would smash their bones.
Carry one in the bag with him everywhere he went.
Dump the stuff out around his house so that he could have them at the house all the time. He just had abandonment issues because his mother was a cunt.
A thunder cunt.
Yeah.
But
and he was an alcoholic.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. And it's funny too, because like that dude isn't even close to the worst person that there ever was.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny because people are acting like this is the worst thing that could happen. And I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know. Like, there's people out there right now doing worse stuff.
Oh yeah. It was funny. The better show is the Jeffrey Dahmer tapes that they released.
Oh yeah, I watched those.
Yeah, that's better. You get the real story.
Yeah,
because the little Indian kid that he takes, he actually lobotomized him, and he had done it to other people too. And then he lobotomized them to the brain, and then he puts this acid in there, and then it killed 2 people. And then he tried it that 3rd time, and it didn't kill him, but the guy got up and ran out because he went to the store. And then the cops even found him and brought him back to his house because he had pictures of him and said, "That's my boyfriend." And it was just a 14-year-old kid. Or 13, maybe he was 13. I think he was 14 in the show, but he's 13.
Something like that. I don't know.
They changed a lot of little details for some stupid reason. And then they didn't show that. They showed him with the drill, but they didn't mention in the actual show that he drilled the hole in the guy's head.
Yeah. And the one with
then he gives him an extra small dose after, and then that's what killed him.
In the movie with Hawkeye, when he does Jeffrey Dahmer, like this was like back in 2002. I can't remember the actor's name, but he plays Hawkeye.
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner, yeah, he does the Dahmer movie, way back in 2002. They did a Jeffrey Dahmer one, a Bundy one, Ed Gein one, and John Wayne Gacy one, and they're all by the same director and all by the same. They're all the same person. People made it, and I thought they did a good job with that one. And it's so funny because like it's got Jeremy Renner in it, a big actor. That was a good. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good movie, and it's just so funny because like nobody talks about that movie, but now they're all surprised about this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the movie too with Jeremy Renner, it shows him with a drill, him drill in his head.
And there's and Evan Peters, like I said, I just can't get over. No matter what I see him do, he's just an American Horror Story. That's all I could think of because he did too many fucking seasons of that show.
He just looks like a little boy.
That's where American Horror Story went wrong. Was one, the writing sucks. Two, is that they just kept using the same fucking actors.
Yeah,
and they should have recycled through people.
And plus, I hate that Sarah Paulson. I hate her
too.
I hate her face. I
talk, fat ass lips.
Yeah,
look retarded on her, and then she can't talk. She's a lisp.
Like I usually like big lips on girls, but her lips are like flat. Yeah. They're like they look like they're flat against her face. I don't know, but I hate her. I don't like her acting. I don't like her face. I don't like the way she talks.
Yeah.
I don't like her. I hate anything she does.
I didn't mind. Well, she wasn't even in the first season. Was she? I don't remember. No, she was one character in that too, wasn't she? She was like the young version.
Was she the Black Dahlia?
Maybe, I don't know. It's been so long.
She wasn't a big part of it.
Yeah.
Though.
And then they just keep recycling her, and then started to be where she was the star of every fucking season.
Yeah, and I hate her.
And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, get over it. And I think they have a concept when they do the American Horror Stories, and then halfway through all the seasons, they completely change the concept.
Yeah.
They think they got to come up with something new, and they fuck it all up.
Like they're like, you know what, this director's he's doing a really good job, but let's just get a different director anyway. It
was like the Alien one. It was like season 2 or something where Sarah Paulson was like the main character, or season 3, whatever it was. It's supposed to be about the fucking aliens. And then they showed like them doing things to people and like zombifying people. And then they have the aliens come in and shit. But you really never find anything out about the fucking aliens. Even though that's what the fucking show is about.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Then they try to connect them all.
Yeah.
They were fucking it all up when they were doing that.
And they got a new season coming out. They make it look cool, but when you actually watch it, it's probably awful. I just want to murder. American Horror Story they should just come up with a horror story. And then
I still haven't seen the 1980s
I haven't
one.
seen any. I haven't seen that shit in so long. Because I was watching that stupid Donald Trump one.
Oh, the cult one?
Yeah, that one was so bad that I couldn't finish it, and then I haven't watched one since.
It was infected by wokeness. It was like the most wokest thing I've ever seen. I couldn't take it.
It was fucking awful. And then the other one had already ruined me before that one. The one before that where they had the house, where they went to where they had the actors come in and they were recording them or whatever, and then they had I don't know, it was weird. They build it as you were just watching that, and then you find out that they're actually just actors.
Oh, Roanoke?
Yeah, Roanoke.
Yeah.
But they're actually just actors, and then like real people from the real story started coming in and killing people, and there's
it was
weird. It was just there's like 2 sets of people you had to watch.
Yeah, I don't
like fucking stupid, weirdest.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it.
Boring. Cuba.
It was all like, I'm Cuba.
Yeah.
Call me Coob.
Call me Coobs. The Coobster.
Call me Cooby. The Cooby.
Remember when I was in World War I?
Remember when I was in Pearl Harbor? Remember me when I was that retarded guy called Radio
Flyer Boy? Yeah. Cuba.
Remember when I would stir things with my penis like a Swiss stick?
Remember when I was in the fucking Navy, and what's his name?
Ben Affleck?
No, Robert.
Robert De Niro.
Robert
Called
De
me
Niro.
Cookie.
Robert De Niro made me almost drown in my suit, but I beat him.
He called me Cookie.
Remember when I was at Black Faggot with Jack Nicholson and As Good as It Gets with Helen Hunt?
Helen Cunt.
Kissing on Greg Kinnear. I don't think they kissed in the movie, but they were both gay
They were gay
characters.
together. They were boyfriend.
Gay characters. No, he was like his manager or something.
Oh.
But he was mean to
Poor
poor Jack Nicholson that just wanted to be left the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get some pooter from Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
Leave the man alone. He's got problems.
And they made him watch that dog.
Yeah.
And
then he loved the dog, gave the dog a little bacon. That's all he had to do.
the dog only loved him because he wanted the bacon.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
And Greg Kinnear got beat up by Skeet Ulrich.
Now Skeeter, he ain't hurt nobody.
He was the bad guy in the first Scream. Skeet Ulrich.
Did he play Billy?
Yeah, the man. Not the other dude. That was
Not Matt
Scooby-Doo.
Lillard.
Matt Lillard. Yeah, the other guy. And he modeled for him and then brought people in. They beat him up, and that's what the movie's about. So he had to take care of his dog. He was going to throw the dog down the trash chute before that. I actually like that movie, though. I like a lot of Jack Nicholson movies about Schmidt. I like that one.
Yeah, I liked it when he found out his wife was cheating on him and he threw all his shit away.
Yeah. And then it shows him, and he's like, the thing she does, and she's carrying her keys to her car like this. And as soon as she leaves, she's got the key out. And he's like, fuck yeah, bitch carrying a key. And then Kathy Bates with her shut titties in the hot tub. Come on, baby.
Oh yeah, that part of that movie has brought me a lot of happiness.
Filled a lot of jars.
Yeah, I've used a lot of Kleenexes and socks to that part of the movie, if you know what I
I had to
mean.
buy extra large tube socks.
Yeah, Kathy Bates will always hold a special place in my heart.
I've never been bigger.
No. Still to this day, sometimes when I'm having trouble with things in the bedroom, I always unlock that memory of that part of the movie, and it always gets me.
That reminds me of the movie with Ben Stiller and his dad, The Heartbreak Kid. He's with the lady in Vegas in the hot tub, and she's got her fake boobs floating on the water. It's like, oh, I love you. His dad's such a sweet man. He's like, when your wife tells you to cock her, you cock her good, goddammit. He's like, so let me. You say your wife talks a lot. She wants to have fun and she wants to have sex all the time. When your wife tells you to cock her, you cock her good, goddammit. I love Jerry Stiller. He was the best, especially on Seinfeld. The episode where he wore a cape out in public all the time. And he would go around, they were like, what the fuck? I don't even know what he's doing. He's like out like a little faggot, prancing around with a cape on. And shit. And I think they had the idea for the man bra. Jerry Stiller had the man bra on. He's a funny dude.
I remember when George found that little statue and he was like, I gotta get that statue. That same statue I had when I was a kid. My parents had when I was a kid. And I was pretending to sing with it. And I fell and I broke it. And my mom never forgave me. And then he got the statue and then he broke it again. When George just figured out that he can sleep underneath his desk and he's got the blanket and an alarm clock and then people come in his office and shit and he's down there just trying not to be asleep. George was my favorite.
George and Jerry Stiller, which was his dad, and his mom was funny too.
Oh yeah, they were the best.
They were the best three. George, yeah, when they had the bet to see who could go the longest without masturbating.
Oh yeah.
And then George is in the hospital, and the lady keeps giving people sponge baths through the sheet, and he's watching. And give the sponge baths.
It'd only been like one day, and Kramer throws money on there.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, that show was good.
Yeah,
Good show.
it was ahead of its time.
Mm-hmm. Way ahead of its time. I mean, I was like 11 years old watching that shit every day. It's not the kind of thing. I also watched Frasier. Which...
They're actually coming out with Frasier again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing it back. But it's not going to have
David Hyde Pierce.
Yeah, it's not going to have him in it. Yeah,
it's his brother.
I know.
Obviously, his dad's not going to be in it because that dude's been dead for a decade.
Yeah.
That's weird. So how can you bring back a show without the people on the show?
I don't know.
What would be funny about it?
I don't know. It's going on Paramount Plus, I think.
Well, they just fucking bring back Cheers. Everybody's alive from that. Jesus, and Frasier was on that show, I think.
I don't know.
I think that's where he came from.
Yeah, it's a spinoff. Frasier is a spinoff from the same world as Cheers. He's the same character.
Yeah. Kirstie Alley can be on it. Weight Watchers has worked. It's worked over and over again. But I'm so hungry. I eat Weight Watchers saves me 300 pounds.
I'm back.
I'm back, baby. Ted Danson's going to give me a hard one.
Let's make another Look Who's Talking.
Let's get Woody Harrelson in here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost everybody's alive from that show except for one of the bar guys. I think one of them two died, but I think the other one's still alive, Norm or something.
Huh.
But the mailman guy, I think he died. They were always at the bar drinking, the two guys. Pretty much everybody from that show is still alive.
Good.
It's crazy.
This pleases me. What the
Let's
hell?
make new Cheers. And I want Woody Harrelson this time when he comes back. He runs the bar and all that, but he also, just like, what's his name? Man, what's that guy's name? He was a mob boss, but anyways, his uncle ran a bar in New Jersey, I think. It's either Jersey or New York, I don't remember, but his uncle ran the bar, and they don't know how many people he killed, but they used to just kill people in the bar all the time, hundreds of people. They know at least 100, but he said Tommy the Bull Gravano, is it Tommy the Bull? Whatever his name is, Tommy the Bull Gravano, said that he told them that he had killed over 200 people. So, Jimmy the Bull, maybe it's Jimmy the Bull Gravano. Anyways, and then, so that could be Woody Harrelson's role in the new Cheers, is that when Ted Danson goes home and Kirstie Alley goes home, then Woody Harrelson lures people in there to kill them for the mob.
Yeah.
That would be a good show.
That would make me happy.
And then they're like, Cheers. He's all happy the next day, like, I'm Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
And I'm killing. And now I'm pouring beers for these losers.
Gotta make sure I tip my glass when I do it so it doesn't get too foamy.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's murder. Fuck yeah, Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
You know, that was my favorite character. What movie was that? It was like the end of the world. Woody Harrelson's like some wilderness guy. Oh, man, what was that movie? Oh, no, was that the zombie movie?
Zombieland?
No, it's not Zombieland. God, I wish I could remember. Fuck, I should look it up because that might have been his finest role ever. Just he wasn't in the movie very much. He was like some Woody Harrelson. Let's see, Woody Harrelson. Woody I think it was the War for the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
what I
haven't
was
seen
kind
that
of thinking,
movie.
but I couldn't remember.
I haven't seen that, but I remember he was in it, and I was like, oh, man, it's got Woody. I got to see this movie.
Just for a minute, but he's the best character in the whole movie.
My elbows are so dry.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, get it.
We'll get it wet.
Yeah.
Real wet.
Foo-foo.
Wet it down.
Wet it down.
Wet it. Let's see how much time we got left. It's almost time for me to go. 27% left battery. We had one viewer this whole time. Of course, nobody knows that we're doing this, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And
It's okay.
it was either Dave or it was John Stamos.
Yeah.
It's one of the two. We're not sure. It's John. He hasn't texted me or anything in a few days because he's kind of pissed off because of what I said about him the other day, which, it was all nice stuff, but I didn't explain exactly how great he was. So he was kind of like, I'm great.
I think it's going to be okay, though. I don't think he's really that mad.
No, he'll get back with me. He'll talk to me again.
I mean, he's pretty much, we're pretty much like family,
Yeah.
How long are you going to be mad at family?
Because I was talking to somebody, he was in the room, and I was like, yeah, John Stamos, good dude. And he took that pretty
Just
seriously.
good?
Yeah.
Good? That's
Just
it?
good.
What about great? What about fantastic?
I said, who the fuck bought all this fucking food? And he slammed his shit on the table, and he got up and he left, and I haven't heard from him since.
When you have such a big pee-pee like John Stamos, though,
Yeah.
there's a lot of responsibility
Yeah.
that comes along with it. A lot of burden.
Yes. And, I am sorry, John. Maybe he was checking in to see if I was already apologizing. But yeah, I am sorry.
When you have John Stamos
You're
pee-pee in
amazing.
your pants, then
You're amazing, John.
there's a lot of things you got to deal with you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you have a Jared Leto pee-pee in your pants. There's a difference.
Yeah, Jared Leto is built just like he is. Very thin, just a little.
It's just a,
Yeah, just enough to get him where he has to go. It's like having one of those little mini flashlights.
yeah. You just need a AAA to turn it on.
Yeah. Yeah. Might be one of those ones you shake.
Yeah.
Shake it.
Come on.
Get that power.
I'm just rolling dice. John Stamos has a mag light.
Mm-hmm. John Stamos,
Yeah,
at least a mag light.
You got to use at least 6 D batteries.
60s, yeah.
6 D batteries to power that motherfucker.
Maybe. Sometimes, when he's in the right mood, he can get one of those. Remember those big
Lantern
batteries? Yeah.
Yeah, lantern battery.
It's got the 4 prongs on it or whatever.
Oh.
Just hook up the wires. Yeah. That's a John Stamos battery.
Yeah.
He's great.
So great.
Great.
Have you been seeing those videos lately where they somehow put Arnold Schwarzenegger's face on people?
I just watched one today, and it was Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Sylvester
Stallone. Yeah, and they were in a movie. I can't.
Yeah,
remember.
and he's
They were
Sylvester
doing-
Stallone's a guy, and Arnold's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was cracking up. And they had one from Old School where Arnold is Will Ferrell. The part where he gets shot in the neck, he's like, "Whoa, I like you, man. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
I wish I could do that. You're crazy. I'm good with voices, but I don't practice them enough.
No, sometimes you gotta talk like this,
Hey, Julian.
Sometimes you gotta, sometimes you gotta just do it. You gotta do it, Adrian. Adrian, we were both there that day. The day I died, my soul died. All right?
You just gotta come watch Expendable 4.
It's all my fault, okay? I did it, okay? I was there and you weren't there. I dropped her. Okay, she died.
We'll see the top line too. Did you hear that? Doesn't have anything to do with them, but Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks are going to be in a space movie together, and they're going to be the first two actors in the world to ever film a movie on the International Space Station. And they're going to do stunts in space for the movie.
Huh.
And that's when Tom Cruise, unfortunately, will pass away.
Doing his own stunt.
Yeah, in space.
He's gonna float. He's gonna float. No, what if Tom Hanks is in like a life-threatening situation and Tom Cruise saves his life, but in the process starts floating into space, and then Tom Hanks is like, "No, Tom Cruise," and he's like, "It's okay, it's my time." And he's like, "No, don't go, Tom, Tom." And Tom Cruise is like, "I'm needed elsewhere." And Tom Cruise just disappears in outer space. And then, like 20 years from now, we all just think Tom Cruise is dead, and he comes back on a ship with aliens.
Yeah, he's like, "I found him," and he's better than he was before.
Yeah.
And de-aged him, so he's back to Footloose. Cocktails days. He's like the cocktails and days of
Risky business.
Risky business, yeah, that's the one I was thinking. And he's like sliding with his socks on.
Yeah. The aliens are all doing it. They're all, they were going to kill me until I reenacted all of risky business for them. And after that, they realized I was someone special.
I'm Tom Cruise, the man.
I also made them all Scientologists. They're all Scientologists now.
Yeah, it's funny that we started off early with the T.J. Miller story. And we'll go full circle here towards the end of this. And there's a story on the same show, Adam Carolla's show. Adam Carolla, back in the day, he wasn't super famous. He was on Love Line on the radio, but he's, best friends with Jimmy Kimmel. And Jimmy Kimmel used to have Super Bowl parties at his house. For some reason or another, he ended up, Tom Cruise said he would show up. That it wasn't a Super Bowl party, it was just a football party because I guess he's a big fan of whatever it was, New York Giants or something. And so nobody expected Adam Carolla, lived right by him, so Adam Carolla walked over. And then walked over, and Tom Cruise is there. He actually showed up and brought his mother, and they just sat down, and he didn't drink or nothing, but he sat down and talked with everybody and had like a normal day with them. And Adam Carolla he was talked into doing a special football celebration dance where he made the football. He acted like he was reading a newspaper and taking a shit with the football and then passed it. It was his touchdown dance, I guess. People talked to him, so he got to do that dance in front of Tom Cruise.
It's so funny because I don't know what to think about Tom Cruise. I've had this whole idea on my mind where like I don't really care to meet him, and I think that he's crazy and everything. But then the other day I was reading all these stories about Tom Cruise, about all the shit he's done. That sounds pretty cool. Like I didn't know when he was making Tropic Thunder with, and he was the bald guy.
The boss.
He was acting with Bill Hader, and I guess Bill Hader said that while they were filming it, there was a bombing near where his wife and daughter were in New York, and I guess he was really panicked because he wanted to get back to them, but he was still in the middle of filming, and Tom Cruise was like, "You're getting on that plane tonight." And he was like, "Well, we're not even done filming." And he was like, "It's happening tonight. Don't worry about it." And I guess he said they did the whole scene in one take, and it was good in one take. And then all of a sudden he like went and talked to a couple people. Tom Cruise talked to a couple people, and then Katie Holmes, when they were still married, Katie Holmes walked up to Bill Hader with some tickets for a plane and was like, "All right, you can go." And he went. He made it that night to his house, so he can be with his family. I guess it was all because of Tom Cruise.
We got somebody again. Who is it?
Who is this beauty?
Speak to us.
Who is this beauty watching us
Speak
right
to
now?
us. We're only.
Grace us.
You got about. It
It's
is
Dave.
It is Dave. You missed the whole thing. We're about done.
Dave. It's what Dave
We're
does.
talking about Tom Cruise right now.
Oh yeah. So anyway, there was that story. Then there was another story about, I can't remember what actor it was, but it was a newer actor. He just started acting. He was just starting to get famous, and he was in a movie with Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise had this pen, and I guess this pen was like a real expensive pen, and
Like the Seinfeld space pen.
and I guess the actor was teasing Tom Cruise about the pen, and Tom Cruise was like, "You don't understand this pen." He was like, "You got to use this pen." So the guy used it. He was like, "Oh my God, this is the best pen I ever used." He was like, "How much money is this pen?" And he was like, $500. And the actor was like, "Oh, well, I'm never going to own a pen like that." And he said that he gave the pen back to Tom Cruise. And he said that he went to his room, his changing room or whatever. And he said he was there for a few hours. And all of a sudden he heard a knock on the door, and he opens it. And it's Tom Cruise's assistant with a box. And he said, "This box looked like all fancy." And he was like, "I opened it up, and it's one of those pens." And he was like, I called Tom up, and I was like, "Tom, I've only known you for a few days. I can't accept this pen." And he was like, "You like the pen?" He's like, "I like the pen, but you don't have to get me the pen." He's like, "Keep the pen." He was like, so I took the pen, and I was happy about it. And he was like, next time I go to see Tom, he was like, mad because I didn't have the pen. He's like, "Where's the pen at?" And he was like, "What?" And he's like, "Why don't you use that pen? Why aren't you using it?" Because I guess he was writing something and he wasn't using that pen. He was like, "No, Tom, I'm not going to use that pen. That pen's going to stay on my mantle at my house. So when people come over, it'll be a conversation piece, and I'll be able to talk about the pen and everything." He was like, "That pen's never getting used." And he was like, when I told Tom that, Tom looked really disappointed. he looked really disappointed, but he acted like he understood. He was like, so anyway, after that day, that the scenes were done and everything, it was like, I get back to my room, and he was like, I'm sitting there, and a couple hours go by, and I hear a knock on the door. And he was like, he opens it up, and it's the assistant again with another box with another pen. He was like, "Tom really wants you to use the pen."
Another fucking pen. Tom Cruise is gonna fucking choke you. All he thinks about 24 hours a day is, man, he better be using this fucking pen. You motherfucker. You sign your name with something that's not this pen from Tom fucking Cruise, I'm gonna slap the dog shit out of you.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
But it sounds like something funny someone would do.
Almost sounds like a Seinfeld episode. Like,
Yeah.
"Where's the pen?"
Yeah, that was a Seinfeld episode. And they had the space pen that I was talking about. And he goes to Florida with his parents or whatever, and he's got the space pen, and then they're like, "Oh, you got the fancy pen, huh?" And then he's like, so he sells it to the neighbor or whatever, and then some shit. I don't know. They already kissed and made up. Oh yeah, battery saver's on.
Who did?
They already kissed and made up. Who kissed and made up?
Tell us.
We need to know.
Who is it?
The batteries are dying.
No, the anticipation is killing me.
Couldn't find my charger, Dave.
Who kissed and made up? Was it Jeffrey and the mayonnaise?
Yeah. Jeffrey made up with mayonnaise in his pants probably a few times. He's eating the biscuits. Putting a little mayonnaise on that biscuit.
Putting a little bit of Miracle Whip. Put a little bit of Miracle Whip on that.
Woo! Little slabber.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Yes. David Lee. Yes. Nobody got notified. Just so you know. Oh, he left.
It isn't easy not to be loved by anyone. It isn't easy not to be loved by anyone. But yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of Tom Cruise.
I think he's a solid dude. He might even just use Scientology to help his career.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I heard about Tom Cruise was the I think the same guy that got the pen. I'm not positive. Was the same guy that told this other story about he was in the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise, and I guess Tom Cruise went up to him and was like, "We're going to be co-acting together. We're doing all our stunts for real, and I want you with me every day when we're working out." And I guess the actor was like saying like he didn't have a trainer or anything, and he was like, "You can use my chef and my trainer every day. Come to my gym and come work out." And he was like, "All right." So he's like, "I get there early in the morning the first day to go work out, and this guy stops me and he's like, 'What are you doing?' And I'm like, 'I'm going to hang out. I'm going to go work out with Tom Cruise.'" And he's like, "No, Mr. Cruise is busy right now. He doesn't want to be bothered. Don't bother him. Don't come in here." So he was like, so I left. He was like, later on when we're shooting, Tom Cruise comes up to me really upset. He's like, "What happened to you? Why weren't you here this morning?" And I explained to him what happened. And he was like, "Listen, don't ever listen to them again. Next time you come in there, I don't care what anybody says." He was like, "You're with me now. You're coming in there. I don't care what I'm doing in there. You coming in there."
I'm Tom motherfucker Cruise. Business.
I don't care what they say. You're with me now. You're coming in there with me.
Oh yeah, Dave. Before we go, they already kissed and made up. Who did?
Yeah.
We were trying to find that out, but she left.
Tell us. Tell us who made up. These nuts?
Talking about Katie Holmes and Thomas Cruise. Thomas J.
Ben Affleck and
Williamson Cruise.
Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer.
I'm Jennifer Lopez. My kisses taste like tacos.
I like tacos burritos.
Tacos and burritos. Taco, 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 taco and burrito. I eat that taco. Kisses and my kisses taste like taco. I think it was back further in the video. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, we talked about that.
Oh.
Yeah, we know. We talk about it. Yes.
Thank you, though.
I was actually watching the podcast where TJ Miller talked about that.
That silly TJ Miller.
TJ Miller. Because I watch Adam Carolla. Adam Carolla is like, he's me, but in a different way.
I actually heard, sorry, it's off subject of that, but I had to think of it for some reason. I heard that they're making a Tusk Part 2.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Tusk 2, I still haven't seen the Clerks yet.
The reason why I said that was because TJ Miller just seems like somebody that would be in the Tusk movie. And I thought that maybe he could be like the new Tusk or something. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't seen Clerks 3 yet either. I'm kind of afraid to.
I'm not afraid to. Like, I thought that the last one, the reboot, was going to be awful. And it kind of was, but it was awful in a funny way. Like, I enjoyed it. I was giggling like a little girl. Like, oh, Dave said he was disappointed in Clerks 3. Yeah, you got to know where Kevin Smith is in his life. It's just not the same thing.
He's having a life crisis.
Yeah. He's on the up and up. It's on the up and up, so you're not going to get the terrible funny, but you're going to get the goofy, I wear a fucking hockey shirt every day, Kevin Smith.
I don't know. I don't know. I almost wish that like he had like his daughter like help him, because you kind of need like a younger mind for like what, like to be relatable with certain things. And I just feel like maybe he should have had like his daughter help him or something. I don't know.
And she might have. I don't know. Maybe that's why it sucks.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know. But he's got too much going. He had a heart attack, and then he was saved by weed, so he's like obsessed with weed now and all this weird stuff. I don't know.
That's funny too, because like in Clerks 2, they give up weed.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't do that anymore. We just sell it.
Does this food taste like thighs and piss to you?
Yeah. hey, Sal Bob, some pickle fucker.
Some pickle fucker get it free. Hey, pickle fucker.
Oh, thanks, pickle. Hey,
Thanks, pickle fucker.
Yeah, thanks, pickle fucker. Hey, Silent Bob, some pickle fucker gave us free eats. He's like, hey, does this taste like piss and flies to you?
They're still drinking. Shit. Yeah. Next, he'll do like Chasing Amy 2 or something.
I don't know. I mean,
It'll be Beneflex.
I would have been okay.
Final.
I would have been okay with Clerks 2 ending at Clerks 2.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a pretty solid ending. I don't know why he really needed to make a third.
Well, me and Dave wanted to make Clerks 3, but it should have been the same story. Like they're changing the story by having them make it into them making a movie.
Yeah.
So he's telling Kevin Smith's telling his own story over again, which
I think it should have been about like in the cartoons. I don't know if you ever watched the Clerks cartoons.
Yeah.
In the Clerks cartoons, they open a store across the street that's like way bigger and better, and it starts to put them out of business. And like Silent Bob and Silent Bob go over there to kind of like try to sabotage it and stuff because they're almost going to have to close down because they're not getting enough business. And I thought that would be awesome if that was what they did. Where like across, like nearby, there was a bigger business that they opened, and they were rivals. And then you'd have Jane Silent Bob doing shit to that, like fucking with that. And the other place would be like trying to put Clerks out of business, like trying to sabotage them because they want that area for a parking lot or something. Like say, because you know how some places they need a bigger parking area or whatever, and they're like, we can expand our area. If that stupid little store got demolished, we could have our parking lot there and something's, a gas station to go with our place, like Meijer does with, their gas station or Costco or Sam's Club. And I thought that would be a good idea where like it's about that, where they're almost going to go out of business and then something happens and then maybe like they find out something scandalous about the store or something, call them out and they go,
The funny thing about that we particularly enjoy the movie the most from was from working at a gas station and seeing people work at a gas station. When his sister worked at a gas station, Little Caesars back in the day and all that stuff, relating to the fact that all the customers were retarded. And that would have been funny in the movie to see more retardedness. And
like they did the first one where they showed how stupid the customers
were. The guy's like, well, you don't have any ice? So you mean I got to drink this coffee hot?
Yeah.
Do you have any new movies?
Yeah.
Brand new movies.
They should have did what made the first one so much. They should have did that. Like,
do you have a hubcap for a 1972 Pinto hatchback? Ooh, mini chunk amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been good. And then they could have had showed more. Like I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if they do any of this, but they could have went more in depth about like what happened with the movies, because like obviously Randall was running. Not Randall, Elias was running the movie side, and Clerks 2, he took over the movie side or whatever. And so now obviously nobody watches DVDs anymore, and all the movie places went out of business. So could have talked about that.
Ooh, Navy SEALs. Yeah. They never picked the best movie. They always picked the most, what do they say, intellectually devoid movie possible.
I like when he goes, don't waste your time, buddy. I'm going to big choice. I'm going to big choice.
Lost your keys. He's like, you think that's offensive? Take a look at this.
You can see your kidneys on.
Yeah, I think you can see your kidneys.
Why do you got to do that?
Oh, man.
The first one's
I eat cock. He's like, I
like it when he goes, hey, Sonny Jim, gotta use the bathroom. You think I could use the bathroom? It's really only for employees only. I really could use one. I suffer from something called incontinence.
Incontinence.
Oh, all right, go ahead. Thanks a lot, Sonny Jim. You're a lifesaver. Hey, Sonny Jim, you got soft toilet paper in there, or
What
is it
kind
the
of
rough
toilet
stuff?
paper you got back there?
Oh, it's kind of rough. Oh, it's gonna be
It's
hell on my
hell
hemorrhoids. You got? I saw up front. You got some of the soft stuff. You mind if I take some of that in there? I really shouldn't. Oh, come on, Sonny Jim. You said to yourself it was the rough stuff. I guess. Thanks, Sonny Jim. You're a lifesaver. Sonny Jim, what is it now? Sometimes when I'm in there, it takes me a while to get it done. I was wondering if you had any magazines I could read. Yeah, around aisle 4. Not those ones. The ones back there. The porno magazines? Yeah, I like the cartoons on them. They draw the biggest titties. They make me laugh.
They draw some of the biggest titties.
I guess. Here you go. Not that one. The one behind there. They draw bigger titties in that one. Here, now leave me alone.
That movie's good. I like that. 37. My girlfriend sucked 37 dicks.
In a row? Hey, you, get back here.
Yeah. Try not to suck any dick any way through the parking lot. Hey, you, get back here. I made you lasagna. Oh, you're the queen.
You're the queen.
Who's running this mob?
Oh, that one's the best one. But the second one was really good.
Yeah.
It was just different than the first one. It had a whole different feel.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still really good.
Yeah, cute cat. What's his name? Annoying customer. Fucking asshole.
Yeah. You asshole! I gotta kill you! He didn't mean it.
Ugly guy when the cat's taking a shit. He's like,
next time I see you, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, this one magazine I read, this one year they said the world was gonna end because
next year they said the world was miraculously saved by a mutant bird, dog, fish, or some shit.
You fucking asshole! I'm fucking kill you! Hey, I'm sorry. Here.
Here's your money back.
Here's your money back. Next time I see you, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Shit. That movie's fucking good.
There's so many good lines in it.
Next person I see, I'm gonna rip off their fucking head, rip out their fucking soul.
Hey baby, you ever have your ass crack licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
That was 3. Or
2?
3. James and Bob Strike Back.
Oh, okay. I also like
Or 4. I guess you could say 4.
Man, you looking fine, Salad Bob, but go down you like a fucking circus seal. Ooh, ooh. Oh, sick. I hate men. I love women.
What's his name? Olaf.
He's my cousin from Russia or something.
He's in a metal band.
He's
called Fuck Your Yankee Blue Jeans or some shit. That doesn't sound metal. But you got to hear him sing. Come on, Olaf, do the thing.
Would you like to making fuck berserker? Would you like to suck my cock berserker? Did you say?
That's beautiful, man.
Did he just say sucking cock?
Would you like some making fuck berserker?
Yeah.
He's like, did he say making fuck?
Skrulnik. What did he say? I don't know, but that's fucked up.
She's like, that's Snowball. Snowball? Why do they call him that? It's Julian made it up. It's a sex thing. When he gets his dick sucked, he likes to have the cum spit back in his mouth while kissing. It's called Snowball.
I can't believe he requests that. I can't believe she does that.
She does that? Why do you think she does that? Because he said he likes to get Snowball. So,
Julian didn't do that.
I did. Snowball. So, you Snowball? You sucked that guy's dick?
Yeah, we went out a couple times. I liked him, so I went down on him. When I like a guy, I just go down on him.
But if I like a guy, I'll go down on him. It's no big deal. You told me you had sex with 3 different guys. You didn't tell me how many dicks you sucked. Tell me, how many dicks have you sucked? Wait a second. I didn't get all bent out of shape when you asked me, when you told me how many girls you fucked. This is different. This is important.
Come I kiss you. I'm kissing 36
other guys. No. How many? 36? Am I 36? 37. I'm 37. Oh. Dicks. That movie's good. It was a great movie. Still is.
Legendary.
I could watch it 7 times a day.
Just look at this.
Oh yeah.
Just look at
there's
this.
a professor. Professor.
Just look at this,
Tiniest-
Dave. Just look at this.
Look at all that fur just got cut off from her
Look
body.
at that, Dave.
The fur got cut off its whole body. Look at it. Look at this
Oh.
creature. Look at that.
He's like a Fraggle from Fraggle Rock.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to be a furry professor. Yeah. But it's not. No, it's not. Oh, yeah.
Oh, snush.
All right. I'm going to take one more sip. I got to go. I got to take my old lady to work. And I got an eye appointment tomorrow because she fucked up. We're supposed to get. I was supposed to get new glasses. Right now I can't see. I don't have anything in. I took my contacts out that I've been wearing since June, and so it took me a couple days to readjust. And then so she made the appointment. She gave them my wrong. We've been together for close to 12 years, and she gave them my wrong birthday, and she didn't think I had insurance. So she told them she didn't think I had insurance, and so I go there, get there, and find out that they don't accept my insurance. So I had to sit there and wait for them to go through all the shit. Still not getting any glasses. And then I had to make another appointment. So tomorrow I had to go by myself at 1 o'clock to get glasses.
You know,
And I got to drive farther.
both of our lives would just be.
Oh, yeah. my
Both of our
battery's
lives
low.
would be just so much better if we could just see a Dave more.
Yeah. Dave, where the fuck you at? What's my battery at?
I would just. Maybe for Christmas,
My battery is low.
Maybe for Christmas, a Dave could come to me.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
Come on, Dave. Get your ass up here. Get your ass
would-
up here.
Die a happy man.
All right. We've got to end it. The battery's about to die. I got to find my fucking charger. It's going to be dead. And here we go. See you, Dave.
Yes, visit
Yes,
us
visit.
soon, Dave.
Visit Dave.
This was for you.
This was for
show
you.
was for you, Dave.
We love Dave.
We love Dave.
We love Dave. We love
Dave.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do one together. I'm going to get some free headphones too. See ya, boy. Freaking Nanner. Out.